I just want to say it wasn't my fault. Hello everybody and welcome to the latest video in my B4Theatres series. As you can tell from the title, this video is going to focus on my review of the book Divergent. This is going to be fun. Now before the sarcastic text at the side of the screen takes a piss out of me, I just want to say that I know Divergent has already been out in the cinemas for several weeks. I only just got around to finishing the book recently, so I still need to upload this review. Although it kinda breaks the principles of this entire series, ruined my integrity already. But you know, shits and gigs. Moving on from that, with unnecessary hand movements, let's get into the main review. Now I know this is a book that a lot of people like, and I can understand why. I like the concepts of the different cults pretty much these people go to, different ways of living their life, and it's all based on good morals. I love that idea, had me interested from the beginning. Although I didn't exactly overly love this book in every single possible way. Hold up, crazy lover fan people. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying I don't think it was the book for me. It could also be my situation where, as you can see from my acne riddled face again, I'm coming out with stress related spots from my coursework and exams that are coming from my first year of university. Could be that I just read it at the wrong time. All I know is it didn't relate to me very well, and I didn't relate to the story, and it didn't work. The story follows Triss, and disclaimer, I'm probably going to butcher the names of the areas they come from. She's from Abnegation, I can't fucking say it, but she's from there, which is a place which is very selfless. That's their thing. They think of others before themselves, and she, because of something she realizes about herself during the testing, ends up in a Dauntless faction. The main story takes place once she's inside the Dauntless faction, and I did enjoy the Dauntless faction. It was really interesting surrounding to have very high octane, very take the piss kind of situation. I'd love to be in there. I'd die in a week, but I'd love to be there. The problem I had was that I didn't like Triss being there because it just didn't seem to work for me. Triss was a boring character who was only saved, and the only reason I actually kept reading it was because of her relationships with other characters and the other characters around them, because I did like a lot of the other new recruits. I liked Will and Christina. I actually liked Al, which I realised was pointless because he was a throwaway character in the end. And before you say, oh no, he was important for this and that reason, no he wasn't. He was there to be the coward. You think you're going to get the story of him overcoming it, but he doesn't. He was too scared. He didn't want to hurt people. He was the nice guy, and he had to die. And the problem I had with this was because they did the awkward romance thing of, oh, Al likes her, blah 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 blah, but no, she doesn't like him, blah 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 blah. They did that, which was unnecessary, but they did it. And then it's awkward because you're like, oh, but you see, Al's the pathetic guy. Oh, we have to feel sorry for Al. But wait, that means we won't feel sorry for the main character. Quickly, make Al an absolute arsehole out of nowhere. But wait, won't that undermine everything that we've done so far? Nah, fuck it. Did I just use my hands or fingers to make my entire point there? This is why it's lowbrow. I hope I managed to get my point across there, but here, we'll just summarise. In other words, I liked a lot of the characters that are around them, but they managed to not go as far as I wanted them to with them. They just always fit. They were vehicles for Triss's story, which I understand she's the main character, it's going to be like that. But it just felt like they were cheating me out. When what happened to Al happened, I was very disappointed. What I really didn't like as well was, and this again could be my own personal taste, was the romance between Triss and Thor, because I felt it was incredibly forced. And that could sound bad. I understand that it's a young adult book. It's going to have a romance like that. But it was just so obvious. You know, it was just second they meet for the first time, she's like blushing. Oh, he touched me there. Oh, his hand touched my waist. And it was like the way it was written, I was just, I don't want this. It may be nice to some people, it may appeal. It didn't appeal to me. Although I did like the character of Thor, and it was interesting to have the different view on leadership of the Dauntless to show that everybody was different. They have their own agendas. Even if it didn't really play out that way in the end, it just turned out that everybody was bad except for Thor. But whatever. But it was good. I did enjoy a lot of the relationships. I think my favourite character was probably Will, which is weird to say because he did nothing. But you know, he was just there, he had a bit of fun. I always find myself liking the secondary characters as well, so, you know, what can I say? I really hated Triss though. And I do think she was handled badly, which is, to a lot of people, quite a bad thing to say, because, you know, they love this book, they love this character, and I feel bad to say it, but she just didn't work to me. Because she had to start off, obviously, very uptight, frigid, you know, that type of character. And that was fun, I could deal with that, because that's what she's been raised to do. But then they tried to show her journey, which, again, I was cool with. But when one scene stuck out with me that really got me, okay, which just, it ruined my immersion in the story at this point, was where she's talking to Christina, and they say to her, oh, be a girl for once. And what she does is, she stops, wrong side of my face, and she twiddles her hair, does something like that, and it's meant to be funny. I can understand what they were going for. That could work for most characters. It didn't work for her, because that's not what she is. Maybe when I eventually see this film, I'll think differently. Well, I will think differently, because I have, like, the maddest crush on Shailene Woodley, so that'd be nice to watch. What the fuck was that tongue movement? But yeah, to wrap this up, because I'm running off too long, my score for this book was 5 out of 10. And I know, that's low. The problem was, they had this great world and this great canvas to go with. A very enjoyable concept. I love stuff like The Hunger Games. I've read The Maze Runner for a review the other week. These kind of whole splitting people up, or segregating other parts of society, putting people together because of certain reasons. I love that. And I like their concept, but they just didn't do enough of it for me. And the ending was fucking god awful. I'm not going to go into that. Not because I don't want to spoil it, but just because it's not worth mentioning. It was so emotionless. And to me, it just kind of undermined everything they'd done. I did enjoy reading it, to be fair. And I would read the second one. But it's not a book I'd recommend to other people, if that makes sense. It's the kind of thing where I enjoyed the story and I'm interested to see what happens, but it wasn't my favourite. If I never had to read another Divergent book, I wouldn't care. Oh god, everybody's gonna hate me for my shitty review of the Divergent stuff. Damn it, why couldn't I just love it and be like everybody else?